Today I want to discuss about React. So my seminar heading or title is Mastering React, a beginner's guide to understand and utilities its fundamentals. So it is for the beginners. So let's get started. Introduction. Welcome to all the beginners guide to mastering React. In this presentation, we will cover the fundamentals of React and its importance in the modern web development. By the by the end of this presentation, we will have a solid understanding on how to build a React dynamically and responsive web applications. So I can say by this end of this seminar, you can know about how to use React. So React is basically used for prepare responsive web applications. What is React? React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. Basically, React is used for building the user interface UI components. It allows developers to create reusable user components and effectively update and render them when data changes. This is the major benefit of the React. Why and why use React? React is used because of its reusability factor. React can be reusable. So React can be written in the form of components, and these components can be reused. And whenever we make changes to the data, and we can make the changes easily and render the program. React is widely used in modern web development and it has a large and active community of developers. So according by these uses, large amount of developers are using the React. So JSX. The JSX is used in React. One of the key features of the React is JSX. It's a system syntax extension that allows developers to write HTML-like code directly in the JavaScript files. So by using JSX, we can write the code like HTML in the JavaScript file. So in JavaScript file, we can write the code of the HTML, code similar to the HTML. JSX makes it easier to create and manage complex user interfaces and enables developers to use the familiar HTML syntaxes. So by using JSX, we can easily write complex user interfaces and by easily writing HTML-like syntaxes. Component lifecycle. React components have a lifecycle that defines how they are created. So basically, lifecycle means it's birth to death is called a lifecycle. So component lifecycle means how it is created and how it is destroyed, and meanwhile how it is updated also is there. By understanding the component lifecycle, developers can optimize the performance of their applications and create more efficient and responsive user interfaces. By knowing the lifecycle of the components, we can make much effective and responsive user interfaces. States and props. React component can have a state and props, which allows them to store and manage the data. So props, which we can store the data. State represent the internal data of the component, while the props are the external data passed into the component. State represents the internal data of the component. The data which we have, which the component have is called state. And while the props are external data passed to the component from another source to the component received data is called props. By using states and props, developers can create dynamic and interactive user interfaces. So by using the states and props, we can easily create the dynamic and interactive user interfaces. Conclusion. In conclusion, mastering React is essential for the modern web development. So React is in modern days, to learn React, it become essential. By understanding the fundamentals of React, including JSX, the component lifecycle, and props, developers can create a dynamic and responsive interfaces and that provide a user great experience. So we have covered the lifecycle of React, component, state, props, and JSX. So with this we can easily create a dynamic web page, dynamic user interfaces. Thank you for joining this beginner's guide to the React. Thank you.